Today's readings lead us to reflect a lot on prayer and present us with God as judge, a judge that deems us all equal. Whether you are rich or poor, he listens to the prayers of the humble and is attentive to every plea we make. In the second reading, Paul is presented as an example of mission and perseverance in the faith. He reminds us to wait for the day in which we will be rewarded by the just judge. He is confident of having done the work entrusted to him and challenges each of us to remember the mission we have been entrusted with. He reminds us the Lord will always be by our side, giving us strength to be able to proclaim the message of salvation to our relatives and friends, all for God's glory and honor. In the Gospel, Jesus presents us with a parable. He presents us with three teachings. One, that God tests those who deem themselves as righteous. Two, which prayers God accepts and rejects. And three, the attitude with which we should address him. It shows us a fundamental difference between the Pharisee and the tax collector. The Pharisee did not recognize his mistakes or sins and believed that his works made him right before God. This teaches us that we should not boast about what we do well or what we are, for God is the one who recognizes the just and the unjust. In his pride, he talked about his abilities, but not about anything that glorified God. With the tax collector, Jesus teaches that he was far away from other people and did not even want to raise his eyes to heaven. We have to see that he was totally the opposite of the Pharisee. The tax collector was aware of his attitude. He felt unworthy to approach God. He cried out for compassion and mercy in the hopes that God would hear his supplications. His words were brief, but with a true repentant heart, his prayer was looked at with favor by God. The other's prayer was not. Who do you identify as? The Pharisee or the tax collector? Jesus used these two people to teach us about pride and humility. Because whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted.